Hey guys, welcome back to Vid-Bits. My name's Brian, aka Pops. I'm hanging out with you, and we are celebrating Super Mario Bros. 2's 37th anniversary. Therefore, I will be speedrunning it live, and hopefully you guys can stick around. We are trying to beat the time of 12 minutes on the nose for this particular version. When I first started speedrunning this game about 14, 15 years ago, my best time had gotten to be about 13:36. Over the course of the last couple years, I've really honed down on it. Was able to drop it down to 12 minutes. If you're interested in seeing the progression of that, check out the Chasing PBs folder, especially the one marked Super Mario Bros. 2. You'll be able to see the attempts and watch me trim the time down from the 13 minutes and change down to the 12 minutes it is now. So stick around and we'll be right back with some runs. Alright guys. Even that wasn't fast enough. Oh shit. Some Mario action. Yeah, I gotta cram some minutes to Annie. I guess the anniversary is always gonna fall during Spooktober. Fun times. How you doing, Dre? Good to see you. Facebook likes to remind me of anniversaries of games. I like to fact check them, find out that they're true, realize that I've missed them, should have had them on the calendar. But if you're new to the channel, we're trying to break the 12-minute mark on this game. I mean, we hit 12 minutes on the nose. So we're going for our first sub 12. At this point, these paces will be in the high 1150s if we can do it. Oh, okay. So now that we're starting to learn tricks on like games like Friday the 13th, because we hit a wall, we're going to have to eventually learn how to do some tricks that we haven't been able to do yet in Mario 2. A lot of those have to do with jumping off of pixels and stuff like that to increase the height of our jump. Then obviously there's always the fast 1-1 that we don't know how to do, where you drop into the floor, so it makes you drop into the Birdo fight early. This game got opened up to us really last year when Nintendo World Championships came out for Switch, which unfortunately ended up being marred with cheating and everything else, but I was able to see the technique to do stuff in this game that I've never been able to do before, which is the whole reason why you know, I started going heavier into speedrunning it when I did. Uh-huh. There's no such thing as a warm-up game, right? My frame perfect execution is a little off this morning, or close to afternoon where I'm at. This is real show your skills type stuff right here. Talking about in the Super Mario 2 for the All-Stars, just how annoying this part is, the changes they made. Let's run it. Let's run, let's run, 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 run. Yeah. Yeah. Up to 2. shit. Alright, so the changes are, in that part in Mario 2 All-Stars, there's like these three, little bricks, two-section bricks that they put in there for some reason that you can't dig through. They're there to help you jump up, I guess, but like you can't dig through them. They're just freaking platforms they put in there. Let's just get one in the can for the people that are watching, since we're this far. That and stuff like, when you beat a Birdo, it takes a second to give up the crystal ball. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Oh, that made those... That's weird. It made those, that trio of Avatoses not be spawned in the right pattern. That's crazy. But yeah, it takes the Birdos a second to give up the crystal ball, so like... That's so dumb. So like, it's gonna make those, you know, those stages take a little bit longer. Plus you have to like, you know, you have to choose how you're gonna engage to pick it up differently. To get a jump. And so you can use that jump to jump over this wall. And therefore you don't have to do the sand thing. You just jump over the wall. And imagine how much time that would save me if I did that. And it's just practice. It's not that it's not unattainable. Some of these tricks, like Fast 1-1, is just insane. It's like frame perfect grabs and... Ooh, lucky there, what a fight. What a fight! So much better than the Boom Boom fights from Mario 3. I mean, there's just, I know they seem like there's not variances, but there's I mean, and I know, you know, you don't really let a lot of these enemies pop off the way that they could, but... And then the guy, also the record people here, throw this brick and get a hit off of throwing it up at the very top of that column, and then they jump back and grab it again. And so it's just like, bam, bam, bam. Hey, what's going on? 2 Mops 420. Yo! Or as Scott Hall used to say, hey, yo, it's survey time. How many of y'all came to see WCW? And how many of y'all are here to see the NW? That's what I thought. One more with bad guys. Or did he say good guys? I don't know. Well, that should have been faster. And then like this area here, that's all way more congested in All-Stars. These bullets, seems like the bullets from Sniffits and stuff seem like they're just a little bit bigger, which I could be imagining that. I feel like the projectiles on Warp are bigger. Oops. Now, that's a scenario that you can only see once and wonder why I didn't die. I don't know. Don't know. Pretty interesting, though. That was fun. Alright, let's see if we get some stupid shit here. Alright. Woo! You... I don't know what's going on. God damn. You don't like tomatoes? I lost my run. No, you should just eat those off to the left. I'm sure there's some scripting that tells me exactly why you'd be doing that, if you're doing that. What frame I'm on. You just obliterate all them veggies today. It's your birthday. It's your barf day. Or yesterday. Getting the first one in the can. Anytime that I get past that 1336, it's still a win, because that was the one, that was the roadblock for me when I was younger, and, you know. Attacking him from behind, Dre, is only efficient when he's locked into the back throwing pattern. And what I refer to the back throwing pattern is the one where he's almost always retracting when he's getting ready to start throwing the projectiles, versus he's starting to advance to a point where you have an actionable period of damaging him. So if it's locked in the back pattern, that's the best time to jump over him and hit him from behind, because then it'll change it to the front pattern or put the cycle into a more, you know, actionable situation there. So the only time that I put myself in a situation where I will, you know, jump over him is if I know that he's about to get there, because I can't wait until he gets there, because then I miss a whole opportunity to damage him. It's about impossible for me to expect to get a 6 cycle, which is just like every actionable vegetable hits in a row and every time. But, you know, I didn't think it influenced it more than it's influencing it, because it's changing the timing from where he stops, because I hit the damage, to then the timing window of how many steps he's going to take before he starts throwing again. So when you know what I mean, because he's going back and forth, there's that variance there. So like he's throwing all those projectiles, and there's that timing window of how many seconds it takes to throw those projectiles. So he's still moving, and there still is a variance of when you can hit that damage. So like you could do it sometimes at the very beginning, you could wait a couple more seconds, like maybe a second, and let him move a little bit more and do it there. But because there's variance there, you can see where he's walking, so you can kind of wait and make sure that you're throwing it in a way where you know that his walk cycle is going to not time out to the point where he's all the way furthest back. That's essentially what we're trying to make sure we don't do, because then if he is all the way furthest back, then we have to, he's going to keep, the furthest back is going to give him the timing to always be in the retracting, you know, walking backwards when he's throwing. It's just furthest away from where I have an opportunity to damage him in the front part there to the on the left. So then I'm forced to jump to the right. Yeah, it's crazy that there's a lot more signs to it than it probably looks like, but... Right, Chief? Chief's like, shut up. Giving me the judgmental look. But we put in a 1308 for that. Let's go ahead and not rest on our laurels here. I wish this had like a situation where like the timer just started itself when I hit start. I wish I could, you know, get scripting and cool stuff like that, so I didn't have to spend so much time with worrying about that, so... Oh, that was bad. You know, like, I used to say to myself, play them through, pretend like somebody's watching, and they wouldn't want you to just keep resetting. You know, like, I'll just keep resetting myself, knowing that there's people watching me, but, like, I don't know. It's the anniversary, so I'm not stressed about necessarily getting the PB more than just getting some runs in. That way I can practice some stuff. And then maybe, like, the Friday stream, since I broke my PB on that one, maybe we'll work on some tricks at the end of the stream. Start to work on some tricks. Blessed enough to have somebody like Zero the 14th helping me like with the Friday the stuff live, versus I haven't had anybody higher up in the Mario Brothers 2 community that's been able to help me with some of this stuff. But God, my Zelda runs and my Friday 13th runs are influenced by some of the top runners in the game, and I'm just like, and like they've helped me live. Like, that's insane. Like, Slack literally taken time out of his stream to help me figure out stuff with freaking Zelda. I mean, how accessible is that? And that dude just, I mean, it's just a legend. I mean, he broke the double dragon. Found out how to despawn the fucking end boss. Please check out Slackinator. Please check out Zero the 14th if you like my content. Because I have those guys to thank for my advances. And therefore, vicariously, check out the people that influence them if you have time. Bum 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 bum. Air Luigi. It's Air Luigi. I will always, I thought it was so funny, the year of Luigi, because, like, I was like, what do you mean Luigi doesn't have his own game? Like, he's just, like, the star of Mario 2, and, like, you know, that's just possibly me. I mean, I know people that really run this game, like, really do. They use, Toad, and I don't, so, like, I don't know any of the Toad stuff. You know, I know that when you pick up, items, it makes him walk even faster, so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure I could probably break my time if I would stop habitually playing these levels with the same characters the same ways. That's how I actually did break from the 1336 that the description mentions, but seriously, though, like, I love playing with Luigi and Princess Peach as well, so just like they both go on to get their own games and they're like, they never have a starring role. I'm sure people when they were younger played as Peach in this game because it was just a lot easier to get through. There's some parts that are difficult, but yeah, going back to that, it's a dream to Mario because he's not in it. He dreams that everybody else saves the day, and Peach doesn't need saves, so he doesn't have a role to play. It's weird. And so to me, when they developed this for Doki Doki Panic for the television station or whatever for their festival as a contest, you know, thing to go in, it was basically the game was a tie-in to their festival that they ran on their television station with a bunch of different programming blocks and stuff, so the characters, you know, were associated with that. That's why they made Doki Doki Panic. They asked Nintendo to make a Mario-like game for them so that they could make their characters be in it and they could sell it or give it away during this period of time that they were doing television blocking. It was like an annual thing in Japan. So I personally think that R&D made this as a Mario game. Like, and they were just like, oh. And so when, like, they had to take that time to fix Mario 2, per se, or make it easier for Western gamers, there was like, this is a no-brainer. but the fact that they took a, you know, such a distinctly different approach to the Mario formula, mainly wanting to focus on vertical platforming, and you see a lot more of that in here. It was, you know, R&D had sandboxes for games that they just did a bunch of types of gameplay, and I think that they slapped characters on those sprites. Eventually, they changed those characters based on the needs of a new game or the gameplay loop feeling like it would fit specific characters, and that allowed them to be a lot more free when they developed games. So a game like this, I think they started out like they really wanted to experiment with vertical platforming, you know, a la Kid Icarus, and that's gotta stop happening. That's gotta stop happening. And yep, that's bad. It happened again. So, you know, they did this maybe in the vein of a Mario game. Then when they had the opportunity to, they really were able to just make it a Mario game. Probably the easiest work they've ever done. Now, nobody's ever going to admit that, and I'm, you know, I don't know if, you know, but I mean, if they go with that mentality, make it like a Mario game, then it feels like it turns into a Mario game, and they're like, well, we just gotta put these 4 sprites for these characters for this TV show in there instead. But when they make certain power-ups behave the same way and everything else, so... I'll never forget I did the glitch where I did the grab in a way where I got the pumpkin stuck to my head. And I had a video of flying through this area with the pumpkin stuck on my head. It's pretty fun. I love when the fights have varying degrees of like interesting things happening. It's just like, depends on how committed you are. Stay committed. Commit to the bit. But yeah, if you have any tips, or if you're watching this and you know how to do the frame grab jump off this wall to get over this wall, please link a video in the chat, or let me know where I need to go to figure that out the most efficiently. Because, like, that's... Think about how many seconds I'm just tapping underneath this wall. Plus, I wouldn't have to do the damn tapping anymore. And then you just hop over that wall like you do the columns that you can't see above the top border of the screen. Okay. What? Did you see that? That was weird. It dragged me and threw me to the right. That's weird. That's neat. Crazy 37 years and I've never seen that. Never seen it do that to me. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's crazy, right? It straight up just drugged me, and I mean, I'm still thrown off by that. And then I just jumped on the edge of that. That's nuts. Like, dragged me and, like, threw me to the right. Considering the fact that the last time I played Super Mario Bros. 2, I played the All-Stars version, and it had, like, that glitch where, like, oh god, I died. I'm out. I'm outie. Outie 5000. That's crazy. Oh my god. Alright, so I know about the half an hour mark. Okay, look. For transparency, and I've been honest about this before, I use an EverDrive with sometimes on games where I'm switching games quickly. So I own the cartridges of the games I'm playing on this. But like for easeability, especially when I was doing the Pops Nintendo challenges, I was taking, because I'm using the retro USB Nintendo AVS, the pins are so tight that when I was doing cart changes in between, I had to like use a pair of pliers to pull the damn cartridges out, and I was actually damaging my cartridges. So with that being said, I'm gonna, for this sake, I'm gonna make sure that I'm playing on a clean. I'm gonna clean this damn thing real quick, and I'm going to be right back. I'm going to make sure I'm using on a, because I have Super Mario Brothers 2, obviously, the cartridge, so there's no reason to play this since I'm not switching any games on the EverDrive, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on the actual cartridge, and yeah. I'm seeing that weird flickering with on the wart sprite too, and I want to avoid that. So just give me just one moment, and I'll be right back. Media file. Poop. I'm gonna do the forbidden thing, mainly because I do see that there's a speck of something in there. This reminds you to clean your cartridges, kids, and don't blow into them like I just did. It's stupid. I'm trying to blow something out of it, and that's what it is. Like, you're not blowing, I mean, you may be blowing like a thin layer of dust off of the connector pins, and that's why it just works the second time. But you're adding moisture to your console when you do this. Like, this is why they told you not to do it. You'll be, most people when they're servicing those older games, consoles, they freaking look in there and like they're like, why is it all rusted in there? It's like, well, can the moisture combined over the years of blowing in your cartridges, even if it does make it work, you know, it's what went into your console and then just sat there and just like then it got heated and baked a little bit in there and just kind of like made a little steam action going on. I remember having little tiny micro holes in the bottoms of all of my shirts, and it was because I would take my finger and I would put it in the bottom of my shirt, and then I would just try to get in there in the console and kind of like, or in the cartridge and kind of like, you know, kind of like back and forth. You can hear me doing it like that, and like that way I felt like it got whatever off the bottom of it, because I always for some reason thought it was the very bottom of that board that was getting in there and getting the contact points. But yeah, I have a retro USB Nintendo AVS. I highly suggest one. If you have any desire to output your stuff in HD, it's beautiful. It's absolutely amazing, and it's not a pretender board. They made the hardware from the ground up for it, and it works right away. Alright. Not that I feel like it's gonna matter much, but I mean, just for, you know, sake of everything, plus, like, you know, I'm gonna power off and power on this one. Alright. I wouldn't want to do that too many times, though. But, alright. Let's go ahead and get in here and get us some action that's going to be sub 13 for sure. Let's go for that sub 12. We've never done it. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, so goes reset, start, go. And I was talking to Slack the other day on his live stream about whether or not if you flashed ROMs to specific spots, whether or not if you did it in save state form, whether it would you know, lock you into the same thing. And I just don't believe that people, when they make ROMs for games or flash ROMs for games on cartridges, would ever like lock it intentionally into a shitty state. But, you know, that's why there still isn't a replacement for playing it on original hardware, especially when you're going for records and stuff. That's why I do own, you know, own them for that reason. It's also why I can't do games like Panic Restaurant or like freaking Samson. It's too expensive. I can't afford them, and I can't get a compilation that has them on there so I can have the digital rights to feel like I can play them and not be in that gray area. Yeet. That is my favorite thing ever. Oh! Holy shit. I don't know what's going on. You alright there, Chambers? Shit. Okay. The blooper reel needed some footage. Tap. Tap. That's good, right? That's good, right? Overshot it. Even just like running off the top of that guy and getting that little bit extra is so important to getting here on the time that you need to get here. And granted, if you did, God, I just... Okay. It's all frame perfect inputs, or you won't be in the right time. Bounce off the wall, jump, jump, jump. Oh, I stuck on that step too long. I'm gonna throw right here out on the eagle. No, he threw it right on my head. See, the changes I'm also talking about makes me, so you, in Super Mario All-Stars, you lose the satisfaction of getting to pick up the crystal ball like that because it takes a second for Birdo to spin it, or to give it up. Jump early, jump in between the two of them. That's something I gotta continuously remember. Oop. Okay. Being a little stubborn there. What did I do that for? Oh, man. I really just, I'm sorry. I should not reset again, but... Yep, that's not what I want. Alright. 3, 2, 1. It sucks that like the first board to me is one of the most technical boards to do, because if you don't get to the end of it on time, then you'll be behind for 4 seconds for sure, because you'll be behind an entire egg cycle. But if you get there early enough, then you can get that egg cycle in early. And like, I'm really not even at the fastest one that you can get to, because there's a way to glitch through the floor and get it even faster, but you have to learn how to do that, where you like use this bomb and you shrink and you'll fall through the floor and you'll be like there even faster. So like, this is just the second best case scenario that you'll be thrown at right here. Oh, come on! And I'm so passionate about explaining it correctly that I just freaking needed the egg. Alright. So, like, when I talk about learning tricks, that's one of the biggest ones I have to learn too, because then I'll gain 4 seconds on that. As well. The only risk is then you have to be in that fight small. You know, no big deal. That's why I back up a second before I go down there, because I don't want to get hit by that animation frame. It's probably too late now. Got the thing where I got him to switch and turn around. That's so rare. That means you're literally in the middle of the decision. The 104. And you just run off and jump. And as soon as you see that you touch that Bezo's head, you jump again. The Bezo Bandits. Thank you, Jerry. Smooth operator. I don't throw that from a distance much anymore. Hello. How you doing? Your third? Okay. Yeah. You know what? Alright, thank you for your contributions, Princess. You bastard. Gotta go for it. We did! Remember, if you already have 2 hits in, don't worry about taking that damage hit. Yeah, you do take a second to get, you lose a second by getting hit, but you will not have to wait another whole damage cycle for you to worry about whether or not projectiles are coming your way, so you have to weigh one versus the other. You see, I usually go for iframe grabs, but that's just because that's in my strat. And that's how you can make sure that you get, you get through those fast. Definitely practice your iframe grabs, that's for sure. Whew. Everything's feeling good. Thank you, Jerry. What am I doing? I thought I was gonna do that freaking grab. I got nervous. I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't. Yep.
It has not happened in forever. It's the reason why you see me curve back. It's the reason why you see me pull the freaking farthest right mushroom block most of the time. It's for shit like that. I couldn't say I couldn't recover it any faster. That's for damn sure. That's probably one of the fastest. That's probably one of the fastest Triclide fights I've ever had. Jeez. So at least there's that. Gotta try to find a way to take something positive out of it. I gotta find a way to get more consistent on that too. See how much time I save by not falling down the side? That's insane. That's how awesome that is. You can get that. I've only got that a couple times frame perfect like that. Weird that I'm saving some time in some spots though. Try to make up for that death. Whoop. Oh. Bastard. Except for that part too. Jeez, why are you so aggro? Usually it doesn't get in that fast. Just getting it in now, but it's okay. It's alright. I ain't stressing. I'm having fun. That's the main thing. I'm having fun. Hope you're having fun too, man. Okay, that should hit me. Just think, being behind forces me to do crazy weird things I wouldn't normally do. Where's your third friend? No, Brian. No. No. Or sometimes I feel like I should put a piece of tape on my screen to let me know exactly where I need to be here. Thank you. I'm just gonna take one. Oh no. Yep, see how he's in the far back cycle now? I have to go up here now or he'll keep throwing all the way back there. Oop. That's what I meant. See, now he's throwing front. Now he's going to start to go all the way back and then throw front again. So you'll be in a situation where he's in an advancing pattern instead of a retreating pattern. It will allow us to get those throws in. Not trying to say anything negative towards the strategy of jumping over him every time if you're a beginner, because you can definitely get in those hits and not be up here doing, you know, this stuff, and then relying on RNG for that last bobble to not come and just drop on my head because I'm small. It was funny, I don't know who said this in chat one of the last times I played this, that it was cool at the end of this game and kind of being like a mini bullet hell. It is. Who would have thought that? And I didn't really, it's like a glass breaking thing for somebody to say that. Oh, beautiful! Ooh, I set him in a bad back pattern now. Yep, I sent him in a back pattern by doing that. Now I gotta be careful because the off-screen projectiles are just as bad as the on-screen ones. Oh no! Oh no! That's beautiful! That was beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to take a quick pause. I have to use the restroom, and I will be right back, and we will get into the seriousness of beginning of hour 2. We got the warm-up games in, and strats are in, and dialed in, and we're going to get in. We're going to get in, man. We're going to get that sub 12 in. But thank you so much for everybody hanging out right now. Thank you, Durfordtat and Dre, as well as 2 Mops. And just give me 5, and I'll be right back.
Alright, we are back. Apologize if that 5 turned into 10, but sometimes it has to happen, and everybody probably knows what I mean. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out today for this event, which is basically celebrating the 37th anniversary of Super Mario Bros. 2 release. Especially, I guess that's considered just the United States, so. Alright, so we go 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 boom. And we are back on the grind. The last couple days, really good days, especially for Spooktober's sake. We were able to hit our personal best in Splatterhouse, Wanpaku Graffiti, and then also yesterday we hit our PB in Friday the 13th on NES, getting our first, I believe, our first sub 9 and sub 8 times. I feel like that's just not good. I'm trying to make it a habit not to reset except for on the first stage, guys, just so you know. It's the first stage, pretty much. Like, if I'm going to try to get a sub 12, I got to get a pretty perfect stage 1 for me. Which means I have to pay a lot more attention. It doesn't matter when you damage the Birdo, except for making sure that you don't cancel out the next damage cycle. Which you can. You can cancel out the next projectile, but if not, you should be hitting a 104. Yeah, I was so excited for that. And the fact that he was, like, helping me, like, as it was happening, I mean, not everybody gets that. Not everybody gets that. He's a top 10 world-class speedrunner for a vintage NES game that's very known. So people can say what they want about that or whatever, but he's very humble. So I was so appreciative. Very blessed for that. Very cool.
And it's like probably going to be one of my last, you know, all cabin light fights. Like, and then the fact that he helped me, you know, do Fast Torch Live, and you know all that now. Like my last moments with running that game normally, I got to experience with somebody that has been there, man, and it's cool, you know. So now I can kind of like have a subcategory for myself. You know, all the fireplaces versus not, you know. Okay. Yeah, you want to grant me what's not throwing a... Jesus Christ. I don't know what I'm thinking I can do to save time here. I always think about it. But I do know the move is not throwing the key if I can avoid it. And it gets close. Well, I couldn't grab there, and I know I can't duck there, so I don't know why I was even trying. I tried grabbing it several times, and this did not happen. I need to also, this is the other trick, is parkouring through this level instead of waiting on this albatross. And it's possible, and if I ever learn how to do it, it will save me so much time if I will do it. I mean, it's insane. But it's like that leap of faith that you take in 1-2 the first time. Eventually you're like, oh, you really can do that? And then you do it, and then it's done. But like, I just have to like study it, and yeah, you parkour through this whole thing. You don't wait on this albatross. I love it, and that's another point where once I finally do that, you know, I'll never be able to play that game, that level the same again. Oh, come on! I got robbed. I'm just gonna play through. I got robbed. One of my favorite ways to kill it. I'm sorry, to defeat it. Because obviously it keeps coming back. In different stages of enragement, or maybe it's not the same one. Who knows? Who knows? So if the item brush up trick is the same as like the enemy brush up trick, apparently what it is you clip an enemy in a way where you don't get damaged by it, but you brush up against it, and it'll provide you the ability to get a second jump off it. So if that's the same thing for the items, then that's how we do the item trick. It's just going to basically be a specific throw and then a jump off of the throw on the item itself. Really? Eat it. Ugh. That was luck, because I was counting on dying, so I threw the opposite way. Took way too long to beat that guy. Yes. You don't want to definitely do it at the wrong time though, or you'll flop back over to the left, which is the furthest thing from what you want. Shit. Yeah! Woo! Ah. Just learned something. I think I just learned something. That was really good. That was a really good fight. I don't know what the hell that thing's called. So... Bullshit, Brian, you dummy. Are you kidding? Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna put him on a back pattern too by hitting him so far up in the front. That's the problem, getting all the way up there in the front. So you want something like let him start spitting and then go a little bit forward and get it when it's like in the middle there. That way you're not locked in the complete back pattern and he should start in the front there. And did it all the way in the front again with the last hit, so it's fine. Well, he's gonna get sub 13 in the can, jeez. Here's your dead ward. 404, file not found. It's fucking weird. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite stages. It's technical, it annoyed the shit out of me as a kid, but once you get it, it's pretty satisfying. Why do I keep doing that? I insist on crouching through that shit, and now I'm draining myself into that freaking vase every time now. It's funny, and in an annoying way. As I say that I like this board, then this stupid shit happens. Fuck! Karma, man. I swear to God, it's so stupid. It's such a stupid thing. I just was silent this entire run, and it was going perfect. It was Brian Tass perfect. Then I opened my fucking mouth, and boom, ruined it. But I'm like, I'm not doing enough commentary. There's people watching. I just lost 3 people because I stopped talking. Some people just want to hear you fucking talk, I guess. And like, I was dialed in to give you guys the PB run, and guess what I did? I boned it up. It's all good. We're still learning. But damn, is it annoying. Don't verbalize what you're internalizing. Stop internalizing it. Stop thinking it. Stop thinking things that are negative. Only think positive things. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. That's what goes through your head when you're speedrunning. better when it's a smaller game though, because I tell you what, when you're trying to do like a Mario 64 70-star run, and you're like over an hour in, not cool things to have in your head when you know that this one part's coming up that you usually make a mistake about and just keep thinking about it from the moment you push start. And you're having your personal task perfect run, and then you don't stop thinking about that one thing and then, until it comes up. And then it comes up and then you fucking blow it. And it's just like, well, I'm glad that I spent 3 hours thinking about that. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's it, right? Oh, I got another life. Let's just finish the run. One, just ones. 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Why'd I have to make a comment about how I like this stage? Why'd I say it? Why'd I say it? The whole run. The run is blown, so we might as well try to do the thing. Take this, go. Throw it. I think you throw it over here. Nope. I don't know if that's like a jump. That's not much good. I wonder if we can get over from the sky jump. Yeah, then make sure that you can't do that. Like, you have to do that. Because if you do one of those jumps with this, you throw it, right? Yeah, I remember that. That's the stupid thing. I tried to find a video on it. I couldn't find a video on it. Which sucks. Definitely sucks, but I can't find a video on it. As much dorking around as I felt like I did, the fact that I was still there is crazy. Dre, if you're still watching, do I have Chasing PB's Super Mario Brothers 2 full speed runs on here? Oh god, oh, I can do that. It's possible. Did I have that? Did I start a folder for full playthroughs of this game? Because if I haven't, I might. I mean, I know I've done it. I just didn't know if I speed ran it or put it under Chasing PBs. You may watch this and ask yourself, why do you use Princess here? No, it's mainly because like it's easier to just spam putting her in the second stage here instead of accidentally picking Luigi again, because then that'd be disastrous for me. Man, I might have to do that for the anniversary today. Oops. Don't duck. Dig a hole for you guys, not for me. Yes. Hey, Mordecai. What? Dre, determine if that's faster. I'm just kidding. What? It didn't pull. Why? Because I was all against the wall? The whole run. Ah. I hate this Birdo fight when I'm doing well. Fucking bullshit. Oh, that's just done. Alright guys, we're going to get one more good one in, and then I guess I'm going to switch gears and probably do a full game, because apparently I don't have it on the channel, which is crazy. Sorry if I'm super overly passionate and angry about this, but I'm trying to get sub 12, and it's just, I hit 12 minutes on the dot. I was robbed of a sub 12 minute time. I hit 12 minutes on the dot, which is crazy. And I feel like it's like the Friday the 13th thing. I said once I broke the 9-minute barrier, then I'd be forced to learn the harder techniques. And so with this game, I've told myself that once I break the 12-minute barrier, I'm going to start learning some of the harder techniques, you know, like parkouring through 6-2 and stuff like that. So parkouring through 6-2, you know, item jumps, item clips, double jumps, the fast 1-1, I mean, all those weird things that I don't know how to do yet. So I guess there's part of me that will, like, I don't want to say self-sabotage the runs, because I just know that once I get this, I won't be, there's no reason to keep trying to creep a little bit past 12 minutes. I'm just trying to, like, use all of my knowledge this far to get it. And then once I do, I'll move on to those, so I get really passionate when I'm, like, on my personal task runs, and then I just bulk them, just throw them off at the end. So, let's go ahead and get one more good one in, and then we will switch gears, and we will do full game. If you're in chat and you have votes, whether or not you'd like to see it on Super Mario Bros. All-Stars, or you'd rather see it on the original hardware, I don't have a preference either way. Probably should play it on the original hardware, because obviously the original, or not the original hardware, but the original cartridge, because the original game was the one that was released 37 years ago. But either way, let's go ahead and get this one in, and yeah, get some good RNG. Ugh. Why'd I do that? Okay. Miracle. That's how it starts. You run and jump off with those guys. I know, Chief. I know. It's all falling apart, brother. Alright then. I blame fucking Facebook for reminding me of this anniversary today. It was yesterday, really. I was too busy to get to it. I love this game. It's just, God, the ones I'm super passionate about are the ones that I loved the most when I was young, and this is one of them, so I'm sorry if I get angry when I don't do well. Did you jump on that? Jump over that? What the hell happened there? Asshole. I hate this fight. I'm doing it for Nimoy. No. No, no, get off of there. The way I look at it, anytime I can get more practice on this board, these boards, the better. Oh god, I'm screwed. No. No. I need my... Oh my, I think I reset his freaking hit counter. No, luckily I didn't. Luckily, I didn't. At least maybe I can try out my mask guy strategy. There's always time for that. And I'm zooming through here even faster than I normally do, trying to figure that arc out, so... I think I should still be running on that, though. I think I should. Are you serious? Dingle? Dingle Hopper. You used to comb your hair. Yeah, it seems to be faster than anything else I was doing, so at least I've learned something. And that's the way you have to look at it in speedrunning. If you figure something out, like that fight going that way next time, and with everything else I do normally, oh, damn it, I will be set up. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Oh, come on, really? Really? Really, bro? Yeah, that's what I wanted anyways. I wanted it to be small, you know, that's what I wanted. That way you don't hit my head when I jump up and hit those freaking chest level shots. Oh, Brian. That still could have hit me, by the way. Very risky to do that. Risky as in I wouldn't suggest it, like, especially twice like that. But, you know, as I'm just trying to hopefully not fail getting it in. No, regardless of whether or not I was playing on the EverDrive ROM that was flashed onto it or this, it still has the same flicker spot and the same spot on warp, which is weird. Abysmal time, but we got one in right before the end of the stream. And for people that don't, you know, get to see somebody finish Super Mario Brothers 2, maybe they're just happy to see it. But thank you everybody so much, everybody that supported the stream. First one celebrating Mario's 37th anniversary today. Really appreciate you. Thank you, Ty, Vulpinator, Ty Vulpinator, Dre. Thank you very much to Ider for a cat, and Cowpuck, as well as 2Mops420. Thank you guys for stopping by and while we beat some Mario 2. It's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits, and until the next time, good gains, good goals, and good RNG, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.